Good evening, everyone. I stand here with tears in my eyes and a lump in my throat. Never in a million years would I ever think a small town like Newman would have to face this type of tragedy. We're here tonight to honor Ronil Singh and his family, his wife, and his son, and his family. We start the healing by having prayers that we'll offer for the family, for Ron. And anyway, Ron, I remember the first time I met him was years ago, well, when he was sworn in. He came in to be sworn in as an officer. One of the best things that we do as council, we swear in officers, and he was so excited, and he was living a dream. And if any of us could have a life like that where we live a dream, that's what we would want to do. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Don Hutchinson now.
You'll have to hopefully indulge me tonight, as I had to write down this prayer because that's the only way that I think I could get through it. Would you bow your heads with me, please? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, words cannot express the sorrow that we feel at this time. Lord, we pray for all who at this time mourn Ronil, who has been tragically killed while serving the people and community and doing what he loved most, being a police officer. We ask for your comfort, your strength, and to be especially with his wife, his young son, his family, and also all of his colleagues. Father, tonight we also pray for a peace that passes all the understanding that we just cannot figure out how this can happen. We also pray for those who continue to be in danger from this violence. We give thanks for the constant courage and devotion to duty of the police and all who take risks to protect our communities. Even in this time of grief, may they be strengthened for the tasks they face and supported in the commitment they give, including their lives, that they may further the well-being of all in our community. And as they work to make us more loving, just, and at peace. And we ask this all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Yeah. I apologize. This is very hard. I'm gonna have to read some of the stuff that I have to put down. My name's Casey Graham. I'm a city councilman here in Newman. I'm a Modesto police officer and a resident of the community that Ronil served and protected. It's amazing to see all the people out here coming to support Ronil, his family, friends, and our community. I was blessed with knowing Officer Singh. He was an unbelievable person, always happy, always smiling, always joyful, joking around, doing a job he absolutely loved, serving our community. He had such a big heart. I got to experience this when one of my family friends went through an unbelievable tragic event, and he was amazingly there, empathetic, serving every need that they had, guiding them through the tragic event. Without him, it would have been very difficult. We are all saddened, grief, some anger for the senseless killing of our wonderful friend, protector, family member. As an officer, we sadly and tragically lost another brother in blue. As a community, we lost a valuable asset in the form of a great man and a great officer. But my law enforcement loss and our community loss pales to the loss of the family suffered. The beautiful wife suffered. The child will learn, the baby boy will learn that he suffered for a senseless act. These candles that are lit are glowing in remembrance of Officer Singh and his sacrifice, but their glow will come to an end and cannot last forever. However, Officer Singh's sacrifice to our community will glow in my heart and in my memory forever. As a Newman City Councilman and a fellow officer and a resident of this great city, I want to thank Officer Singh and his family for their sacrifice to our community. It's a debt that can't be repaid. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten, Officer Singh. Right now, we're going to open up the open mic for anybody that'd like to come and talk. I believe there's going to be a lot of people that want to talk. Let's try, if we can keep it to a couple minutes, that'd be great so everybody has the opportunity to share. There's also a remembrance box back by the corner of the brick building behind us where people that have special memories of Officer Singh can write them down that the family might be able to go through later. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. Anybody that'd like to come up, just come up over here to my left, and we'll start bringing in.
I'll go first. As a community member, as a law enforcement officer, as a police chief of this town, I did not plan to speak tonight. I'm going to be honest with you. This was not my event. It was not put on my department. But I do not want to let this opportunity go. I look out amongst this crowd, and some things just kind of hit me. I see his brother right in front of me looking up, and that's what I did too. And there's a big, huge American flag above my head. And this is a man that loved his country. This is a man that worked hard for what he believed in. He believed in this community. I know other agencies, many of them that are here, tried to recruit Ron to leave our agency. Ron loved Newman, and Newman loved Ron. Our department loved Ron. Now, I want to take just a minute because by the looks of the numbers out here, I would say we're in the thousands. You all came together tonight. Remember this, because when you leave, we have to start coming together like this for better reasons, for more positive reasons. We need to get back to community, back to helping each other, back to watching out for each other, not being afraid to step up when it's needed, not being afraid to have a voice in the face of violence and danger. It was the help of tips and people calling in, but I understand the need of, I want to remain anonymous, and I get that. But why has our society gone there? Why aren't we proud to step up and help? That's what we need to get back to, is community. That small town feeling, and let it grow. If it can start here and grow here, maybe we can make a difference in this world. Maybe we can fight that evil and change the swing and get back to when you felt safe to walk outside. You lived in the Newman where you could leave your doors open and you liked that. Please, I beg you, get to know your neighbors, talk amongst each other, introduce yourself, and get back to that community, that sense of pride. Thank you all very much for showing your support tonight. I know it means a lot to us. It means a lot to me personally. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Leroy McDonald, and I'm a city councilman for the city of Newman. The first time I met Officer Singh was during the summer. I had a snake in my garage. Yes. So Officer Singh and Officer Marriott came to my home. The first thing Officer Singh says, "I'm not a snake catcher." And he laughed at me. But he said, "We're going to get this snake out of your garage." He got the snake, put it in a box, and Officer Marriott took it off. But every time Singh would see me, he would do these numbers and laugh at me. A wonderful man. And he loved Newman. That's the reason why no one could recruit him. The family, I'm sorry for your loss, but Newman is sorry for the loss. We will miss him. God bless you guys.
Good evening. My name's Harinder Tour. I know you guys have been seeing a lot of my Facebook pages, posts. How I met Ronil was that I posted on my Facebook page that I have some building materials I'd like to donate. Ronil responded to that page and said, "I'd like to pick up something." He showed up at my house to pick up a front door, which I posted. From there, his characteristics were not great. They were not ordinary. They're phenomenal. It was a natural attraction that we both connected for his commitment to the fellow man, service, and giving back. And that became a good friendship. We would only talk via text message or a few phone calls here and there. And then on the morning of the 26th, as most of you reach for your phone in the morning, just like I did, I picked up and I went to check for stocks and news and etc. And I popped open the Mid-Us-TV app, and it said, the headlines read that a Newman police officer had been shot and killed. And I paused for 3 seconds. I said, "Please don't let it be Ronil. Please don't let it be Ronil." And as I continued reading on, it said his name and his age. Immediately, I was in such a shock. I could not believe that he was taken prematurely from this world. And it hurt me really, really, really bad. Believe it or not, I usually check in about work about 8 o'clock. I couldn't have the courage to go to my work. I showed up at 1 o'clock. I was so devastated that I lost a friend. Because I used to kid with him all the time. I said, "You know what? You have a beautiful life. You got married, you have a child, and the fact is that you're out there doing these outdoor activities like camping, jet skis, fishing, etc. One day I'd like to do that with you. And that's one thing I'll never be able to do with my friend." And it hurt me very, very much. And that's one thing I'll never be able to do. And I also started a GoFund account that we have raised about, I think about $13,000 or $14,000. I like to personally give that to you when you're available. I've donated 1,000, and then Sam Kashow from Three Amigos has donated 1,000. And I also put up a reward for $5,000 for the capture or the whereabouts of the individual. So I need the help of law enforcement to donate that money to whoever the tipster may be. And then Sam, also my friend, has donated another $5,000, so a total of $10,000. I would be happy to write that check to whoever that person is who's responsible for capturing that coward. And Shirley, I'm very, very sorry for your loss. As a friend, I can only experience the losses this much. There's no way that I can even comprehend or wrap my head around what you lost, what the city lost. And lastly, I'd like to say thank you for the law enforcement community, from our federal, city, and state, and also for our community prayers. Without your help and outreach, I don't think we can become a team. So my heartfelt thank you for your sons, your husbands' service to our community, and it'll be greatly, greatly missed. God bless.
Hello. I'll try to get through this. Mrs. Singh, my name is Tracy Taylor. My husband's Richard. About 4 months ago, our daughter committed suicide, and your husband was at first one at our home. I know you were. I don't think if it was for him, we wouldn't have gotten through that time. And my husband is just devastated. He is a first responder, and he is currently on shift this evening and could not make the vigil. But everything that your husband did for us, and I know how hard it was for him to get through what he had to see. And I'm so very sorry. I understand how you feel. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Sergeant Clint Landrum. I'm with the Sheriff's Office, and Ronil was a reserve with us before Newman was lucky enough to get him. I've been doing this job for about 13, 14 years now, and I've gone to a few peace officer funerals, and as a young law enforcement officer, you think to yourself, where do I put this? What do I do with this? It's hard to digest. It's hard to contemplate when my brothers is gone. One day I kind of arrived at the conclusion that, you know, the author David Eagleman says that you die twice. Once when your body ceases to function, and a second time when nobody remembers your name. Men like Ronil, they never die, because when it comes down to it, the Newman Police Department is Corporal Singh. I'm Corporal Singh. Everybody out here that does good, goes to bat for people that can't go to bat for themselves, has his strength, his courage, the way he carried himself, did his job. You guys are all Ronil. So he'll never be gone. As long as I work, you know, we'll carry the torch. So, thank you.
Hello, my name is Jason DeSilva. This is my buddy Jose Torres, Stockton Police Department. We both met Jose in the police academy, Ronil. Beginning of the police academy up in Merced College. We went through the module format academy, which is broken up in 3 pieces, 3 formats. So Jose was with him for 2 formats. He went to Fresno, and then me and Ronil went to Yuba City Police Academy College, where we drove 2.5 hours pretty much every day together. So we had a lot of time to talk to each other. He was a real good friend of mine. This was real hard to take on his loss. Singh was an amazing guy. He was an amazing man. We had a lot of talks. He came from Fiji. He didn't speak language too well. He had a real thick accent. He went to college. Went to speech classes to help himself out. We had many conversations in the car, obviously during the academy, and the struggles that we had, and we'd lean on each other when we needed help. And we had a lot of great stories. When the chief was saying that people were trying to recruit him, I was actually just trying to recruit him last week to Stockton PD, so I can work with him again. That was the last time I talked to him. It was on the 20th. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to the family. I hurt. I know you guys hurt. He's my brother, and that's your family. I wish it could have ended differently. I wish I could have been there.
Just like you said, we met each other in the academy. Ronil's a great guy. He's always had a smile on his face. I never saw him angry or upset. When I woke up that morning and I saw the news, I mean, it was unbelievable. Why out of all the officers did it have to be Ronil? He was one of the good cops, one of the ones that truly cared about his job and went out there and gave it 110%. He's going to be missed. And I'm going to miss getting his text messages at 1, 2 in the morning while working nights and wondering, should I open this video? But even if I was having a bad night, those videos would make my night better. And I'm going to miss him, and he was our brother. And we're never going to forget him. Thank you.
So I'm not gonna say Ronil was my older brother. He is, and he is still alive, all within us. Whenever Ronil and I got together, he always talked about work and how great city Newman was. And yes, he always talked about getting offers from Stockton, Modesto, all over. And he asked me, I can't leave. What should I do? I'm like, stay in Newman. The prep feed is awesome. Ronil loved his job, and the people of Newman are awesome. I went right along with him, and I gotta tell you, the city is awesome. I thank you all and this police department of Newman for giving Ron an awesome time. The time he worked over here, he enjoyed his job. From the wife, the family, I'd like to thank all you guys for all the service and everything.
Bear with me. My name is Jonathan Pena, and Singh was one of my good buddies. I've known him for about 15 years, and I remember going through the academy with him, and we would spend restless nights at his parents' home in his room, trying to study and get through it. And he would always tell me, Pena, one of us has to make it. One of us has to make it. Because that's all he wanted to do. That's all he wanted to do, serve a community and work in law enforcement and be a police officer. He was amazing. And I remember when he got hired on with Turlock PD, he would always come by my house and be like, hey, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I don't know what department I'm going to go to, but I'm going to get on one. And then I remember he was a reserve at Merced. And then he said, hey, I'm almost there. I'm almost full time. And I said, Singh, you can do it. And then I remember when he got on the Newman, and he loved this department. And I asked him, I said, you're going to stay in Newman? He's like, yeah, I love the community. the department. They're good to me, and so is the community. And that's what his goal was. We both accomplished that. And he was a good guy. He was a good friend. He loved my kids. He introduced me to Fiji food. It was delicious. I remember his mom would always make me Fiji tortillas, and that was amazing. But you know, Singh was a good man. I respect him highly. He has a beautiful wife, son, beautiful family, and he was always happy. When you were sad, he would make you happy. Always smiling, always lending a hand. He's a good man, and I wish I could have been there that night too with him. I'll miss him. When I heard the news that it was him, I was speechless. But I love the guy, I love the family. I pray for peace in the family, peace in the community, the Department of Newman, and he was a good man. Don't ever forget him. A month down the road, don't forget Singh. 2 months, a year, don't forget, he fought the good fight. He went down as a hero, and I love him. Thank you all for coming out.
Good evening, all. It's kind of tough for me because I kind of was one of the first guys that my nephew looked sought out to when he first came into this country. He came up to me and said, "Uncle, there's two things I want to do in this country. I either want to be a fireman or a police officer." And I told him, "Son," we call him Beta. Beta means son in a loving way in Hindu, in Hindi, in Fijian. I said, "You're gonna have to take steroids to get big enough to be a fireman." So I said, "You have a great chance being a police officer, though." So he actually joined the gym and started working out. Wanted to get bigger because I told him you still got to have some muscles to become a police officer. But Ron, reason I came up here just to let you guys know that Ronil was a very respectful young man. He always called me Mama. Mama means mother's brother. He never ever called me by name. If he did call me by name, he was always ended up with Mama. I loved Ronil. I know Newman lost a great friend, a police officer, but us Fijians, we lost a role model for all of our kids. I was at work today and thought that if I was 17, 18 years old, I would want to be a police officer just like Ronil. Just finally, I just want to let all you folks in Newman know that he texted me also when he would get job offers, but he'd say, "Mama, what do I do?" He said, "I love Newman. I love the people in Newman." Thank you.
My name is Clint Panucci, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I worked with Ronil for about 4 years here in Newman. I remember when I first met him, I rode out with him, and he was so excited, and I was so excited to come out because I wanted to work with him. And I rode out with him once, and we arrested a guy. I rode out with him a couple days later, and we arrested the same guy. So we used to laugh so hard about that. I mean, it's hilarious. He was my partner, and talk about a great guy, like somebody who would brighten your day no matter what. and there's not a negative thought I could say about Ronil. He loved Newman. Trust me, he loved Newman, because I tried to get him to leave, which I'm guilty of, because Newman's a great city and Ronil loved it. He's just such a special person, and I'm gonna miss that dude so much. I mean, the world is a less fuller place without him. And I mean that. When people pass away, people like to say good things about people, but I truly love Ronil, and he was such a great guy. I just want to leave you guys with this. We all have phones, we all get text messages, we all get phone calls, and sometimes we think we're a little bit too busy to answer the phone or return a text back. Don't do that. Even if it's just for a second, to pick that phone up and just say, hey, how's it going? Say hello, how are you? And hang it up and get back with them later. But don't make that mistake, because you never know the last time you're going to speak to somebody that you truly love. So thank you for coming out.
Hi, good evening. It brings me great pleasure to see Newman together here. I just want to say Officer Singh made a huge impression on all of us. I know that he bridged lives, he was family oriented, and family always came first for him. And that's why he loved his Newman family. And I know that that's why every time he laid his life on the line was for his family. His brothers, the police officers, his brothers and sisters in the community, because he always knew that we were somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's mother. And he knew the value of people. He was more a counselor than he was a police officer combined, because he believed in reformation. He believed in the love and the compassion and the mercy of people. And that was all through his upbringing. I thank his parents and his family who brought him up that way. And I thank the support of the Newman Police Department who nurtured that. I really believe that Officer Singh got it. He understood that a police officer can also be a counselor. A police officer can also be family oriented. And he brought our community together. Everyone here side by side, being loving, being caring, being compassionate. Everyone caring for everyone. And that's what Officer Singh brought to our community. And he will be missed forever. He leaves a huge imprint in our community. He leaves a big void, and he will never be forgotten. I know that he helped our family. He understood the value of family. He understood the value of people and human beings as human beings. And for that, I will forever be grateful to him. Thank you.
My name is Bhagat Singh. I'm also from Fiji Island. I came here in 1980. A lot of people know Ronil Singh. He is my wife's brother's son. So we used to tell Ronil Singh he was so skinny to get some body build up so he can be a policeman. But I really thank everybody for coming down, be like a unity like that, so everybody can feel the same thing. But we are so sorry to have a young guy go like that, but he's in a better place. Thank you.
First off, I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm Chad Earl. I was Ron's sergeant. I just wanted to share how truly grateful we are as brothers who do this, to see everybody here today honoring Ron and standing with us is just amazing. Those of you that know me know that I'm kind of grumpy, and Ron was the balance on my squad. He was always happy, and I can't say that enough. I can't think of a time the last 7 years where that man ever came into work angry or ever yelled or well, he was yelling at a suspect, it was different, but you know, ever yelled at us out of anger or anybody that didn't deserve it. And every day that he came to work, whatever shift it was, if I was there, he made my day better. I do not know how I am going to go back to work without him there. He was the most selfless man that I have ever met in my life. And just a little story. We were sitting in my office about two and a half years ago, and we were talking, and I was dreaming of a vacation. And we started talking about it, and he found out that in 37 years I had never gotten on a plane and flown anywhere and taken a vacation. And without hesitation and without asking for anything, he literally threw his credit card down on my desk and told me to book one. That is the embodiment that was Ronil Singh. He loved his friends, he loved his family, he loved this community, he loved this country, and he loved his job. The world is a worse place without him here. And I'm sorry to all of you.
I'm Officer Freeman with Newman PD, and I haven't been here that long, but Ron was my second training officer. He would always play jokes on me, and the one I remember the most is we had low tire pressure in the back of the police department. He's like, go put air in it. So I did. When I was putting the compressor away, he hit the horn, and he was videotaping the entire thing. I saw myself in the video jump 2 to 3 feet, and it was the middle of the night, and he didn't care. He was the type of guy to make everyone laugh in the worst situation. And I'll never forget Ron.
Good evening. My name is Edgar Lopez. I worked for Ron for 7 years. As many as you know, I grew up in Newman. I'm a Newmanite at heart. When I first started, he was always surprised at how many people I knew in town. He was always like, man, you know everybody. That quickly changed. I would say within a year, I'm asking him, who is that? But that was just the type of person he was. I mean, he loved everybody. He was willing to talk to anybody, didn't matter what type of person you were, where you're from, anything. He was always willing to be there for anybody. We always sit down and talk about family, my family.
He was excited, so excited. We found out you were pregnant. Our goal, always plan to say one day, man, we keep at it. We used to always say hooking and booking, man. Just keep at it, stay the course, and we'll run this place, man. We're gonna run this department, and as I tease him, though, you're the one that do all the talking. We just laugh. But I'm just sad that we'll never have that opportunity. I'm sad I'm never gonna be able to see him again, walk through that door. Just smile, contagious smile. There was days I'd come in and just not doing good and not feeling well, and he'd just look at me and smile. That's it. That's all it took. My day turned around. Amika, just want you to know, Sewell is a family. We might not be blood, but he's our brother, and we'll always be there for you. Call us, don't hesitate, no matter what time. We'll always be there. I love you, bro.
Sergeant Jason Dawson in the police department here. I've had the honor of working with Ron. When he started here in 2011, I was already here. Ron was the guy that always made you laugh, no matter what. As everybody's already said, you're down, he'd pick you up. He would purposely drive by my house since I lived down the street from him. Purposely drive by, hit his air horn just to scare my wife. And then he would text her and start laughing and said, "Did I scare you?" And anybody that knows Ron knows that's the exact person he was. Everything was a joke, everything was funny. And I know we're all gonna grieve, we're all gonna be sad, but we also need to remember Ron as the good person, the funny person, and the one that always makes you laugh. Because that's what's going to help us get through the day. Mika, we are family, no matter what. Newman Police Department will always be your family. We love you.
My name's Victor. I was here when Ron first started, and the same guy he was till the end. Every time I went out with him, he knew everybody, and we had our laughs and our talks. It was awesome. I miss you, brother. I love you, Mika, your family. Love you guys. We're here for you. Empty space in my heart for you, brother.
To Ron's family. I work at the police department, and I worked with Ron since he started. I am so sorry. We're hurting so much. My family here are hurting so much for you guys. I just want you to know we love him so much, and we're gonna miss him so much. And he did always make us laugh, and he always had a smile on his face. I will never forget. And I just want you to know that we're here for you guys. And we'll always be there for you guys. And to my family here, I just want you guys to know I love you so much.
we've been sad, and that's going to go on, and we understand that, and it's going to hurt. But a little funny one about Ron. Obviously, I didn't get a lot of the Ron jokes because of my position. He didn't really want to talk to me about that stuff. But Ron wasn't a great driver. He wrecked a couple of our patrol cars. And I remember just that I knew he was okay. I'd already got that he was all right and everybody was okay. We're looking at my totaled police car, and we're a small department and that costs a lot of money. And then having to try to explain that to my boss and the finance people. And I just put my head and I shook my head, and he looked at me and he smiled. He said, "At least I caught him." And I couldn't even be mad at him anymore. It was funny. The family, we will never forget. I promise you. You guys are our family. We will do anything for you. Thank you all. Thank you for the Blue Line Wives that put this on tonight. What an amazing, amazing gesture. And I know from behalf of my family over here, I know we're all very thankful for the support.
Sam almost didn't want me to talk. Tried to unplug the speaker there. I hadn't seen how large of a crowd this was, so this is very, it's very overwhelming. So thank you all very much for your support. Ron and I started at the same time here, and I told Chief earlier, it kind of felt like we grew up here together. Because we started at the same time, became corporals at the same time. He got Sam before I did, but we were both canine officers. I didn't know this until I think Mika and I were talking today, and she told me that Ron wanted their son to become a police officer, and he was very, very heavy on that. You're going to be a police officer. You're going to grow up. You're going to be better than I am. You're going to promote. And I'm going to teach you everything that you need to know. And he's not going to get that opportunity now. But I promise you that we will help him. Yes. Yes. You're our family just like he is. So thank you all.
Thank you everybody for coming out tonight. To the family, your guys' sacrifice, Ronil's sacrifice, we're forever in debt to. There'll always be a void in this city that we can't replace. It will always be remembered. At this time we're going to take a moment of silence and remembrance for Officer Ronil Singh. Thank you. Ronil, you'll be missed more than you ever know. Everybody, please keep up to date on the Newman PD webpage. There will be details coming out. Ronil will be here on Friday for everybody in the community that wants to pay respects to him. And his funeral's set for Saturday, the 5th, and details on when and that will be coming out for everybody. Also, there's a memory box in the back if anybody would like to write down memories that didn't want to get up here and actually speak to today. Thank you all. It's greatly appreciated. The support's amazing. And thank you to your family, to the family.
Love you, Officer Singh.
And at the back of the complex, there is a table. If we can possibly get some of those blue candles back, that would be great.